We legit had scorpions, poisonous snakes, spiders.
And I apologize that we didn't shoot Jurassic there, but what happened is in Thailand now all the dinosaurs have escaped and started killing people. So I think we got off very lucky.
Hilil! Ada yang terang, tapi bukan lampu. Ada yang merah, tapi bukan api. Itu loh, tombol subscribe. Buruan ya, subscribe YouTube channel Cinema21 sekarang juga.
Hi, my name is Nandra. I represent Cinema21, largest merchant in Indonesia. Nice to meet you guys.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. So, Scarlett, you film in some of the most wild locations, right? From jungle to cliffs. Which ones feel like you're in the movie, not just filming the movie?
Probably in the jungles of Thailand. We legit had a poisonous animal rescue team that followed us around everywhere to clear the set of scorpions, poisonous snakes, spiders. They would catch things on the regular.
Yeah.
So yeah,
there'd be a guy in the back of shot with a stick.
And we never talk about the bats that would come and fly over our heads all the time.
Rabid monkeys.
There's all one package of scary things.
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, Garrett called this movie a mini thrill rides on land, sea, and air. Which one are the favorite or most terrifying for you?
I mean, they're all terrifying, but the sea creature, the Mosasaurus, it is genuinely terrifying. I think the sea generally is incredibly humbling and is a terrifying force of nature. And the fact that that exists in it makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so the movie really brings back the feel of the classic Jurassic Park, right? From the suspense to the tone. Is it really important for you to recapture the classic vibe of the movie?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of impossible to capture that vibe because I think a lot of people would agree that it's a masterpiece. You can't even get close to it. So what we tried to do was like try and make a movie as if it was made in the same era, as if it was made in the early 90s, had that style of filmmaking, and somehow it had been forgotten and put in a vault. And Universal Studios had lost all memory that this movie had happened, and then they found it in 2025 and dusted it off and decided to release it. He really wanted to have that vibe of all the kind of movies that we grew up loving, but that was definitely the goal.
The film also have very jaw-breaking visuals, right? From the jungle, the cliffs, the ocean. Which are the sequences that are most difficult to do, but at the end of the day, it's still worth it?
They were all worth it. I think it was a strange thing where they've all got their challenges.
There's the boat sequence with the Mosasaurus. I was shooting separate from them, even though it looks like we're all together, and shot that in a really truncated way. So that's why it was difficult, because we did a lot of work in a short amount of time.
Yeah, you were reacting to things we hadn't even shot.
Right.
We did all the exteriors in Malta and then we had to recreate that interiorly in London. So any of the sequences where you were doing it sort of 2 months later, yeah, were kind of tricky.
I would say probably the tall grass, just because it was like so painful. So tiny.
Yeah.
It was just felt like I was like raw after 2 days. I was so cut up, my whole body. I was bummed. Every time we'd have to go back in, I was like,
You were like a mummy by the end. They just sort of wrapped you in.
I feel sorry for the family who were in the raft. It started off well for them. They were in warm water in Thailand, but when they go down the rapids, there's no rapids in Thailand. So we ended up shooting that in England. We made it look tropical in the movie, but it was freezing cold, and I had a big coat on, like a parka jacket with fur and gloves. And every time I'd go out and speak to them, and I'd sort of like, I need to look like I'm sympathetic, so I'd take my gloves off. To look like I was suffering too, and then it'd be really cold and I'd go put them back on. No, I'm not doing that. And then I'd feel really guilty because it'd be like, we need one more take, and they would be shivering, dying. But they never complained because everybody knew like, if we get this right, this would be a great sequence. And so they just kept doing it, but you could feel the hate, you could feel them hate you.
I mean, to be fair, the sequence is really good though.
Oh, cheers, thank you.
So you also got to work with legends like Spielberg and David Koch, right? What's your favorite creative moment from that collaboration that you're always gonna remember?
With Steven, it was during the Paris Olympics. We filmed a scene in the tall grass with the giant dinosaurs. Jonathan Bailey goes up and he touches one of the dinosaurs. He took the time to write a message in the middle of the opening ceremony, and he basically said how much he loved that sequence, and he felt it was very emotional. And I got that message and I must have read it like 10 times. I'm probably gonna get it tattooed on my back. back, I think. It's very strange to have your hero say something nice about something you've done. I never take that for granted. That was an incredible thing to happen.
Okay, so Jurassic Park is also very big in Indonesia. Even today, the movie is still played on television regularly. What would you say to the fans of Indonesia that can't wait to see this new movie?
I actually shot my last movie in Indonesia. It's called The Creator. And I apologize that we didn't shoot Jurassic there. But what happened is in Thailand now all the dinosaurs have escaped and started killing people. So I think we got off very lucky. Maybe on the next movie, you know, because we won't be invited back to Thailand because of all the death. But maybe no, Indonesia, you know, we could release a T-Rex over there. And they tend to escape though, so I wouldn't recommend it. It all ends badly for everyone.
Okay, thank you so much guys for your time. Do you have anything to say to the people in Indonesia that can't wait to see this new movie?
Oh, to all of our Indonesian fans, we hope you guys love Jurassic World Rebirth as much as we loved making it. I think you will.
Yeah, we'll see you in the cinemas.
See you soon.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Asik kan videonya? Jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan komen ya. Sampai bertemu di video selanjutnya.